Picture a world that is completely flat. Now picture that flat world resting on the backs of 4 massive elephants, standing on the shell of a giant turtle swimming through the cosmos. This is the disk world, a place where reality operates on rigid, ancient laws. Magic operates on strict laws. Wizardry is an exclusive, all-male institution, dealing in complex geometry and mathematics, manifesting as sharp, destructive bursts of energy. Conversely, witchcraft is entirely female, relying on biology, herb lore, and psychological manipulation, with roots in the earth, not stars. These two systems are segregated by centuries of tradition. A wizard does not meddle in herbs, and a witch does not throw fireballs. Crossing those lines is considered a biological impossibility. But the cosmos has a sense of humor. A dying wizard stumbles into a rural blacksmith's forge to pass his highly sentient, powerful wooden staff to a newborn. He hands over the staff, dies immediately, and only then does the midwife check the blanket. The baby is a girl named Eskarina. By physically grasping the wood with her tiny hand, the newborn locks herself into a magical pact. The power transfers completely. The local witch, Granny Weatherwax, instantly recognizes the danger. She tries to destroy the artifact, swinging a heavy, double-bladed axe right at the center of the staff. The wood doesn't even dent. Instead, the axe violently rebounds, sending the metal blade flying across the room and burying it in the doorframe. Eskarina is now carrying a volatile power. The ancient artifact has bonded with a female host, and the traditional magic practitioners have no way to break the connection or destroy the staff. Granny Weatherwax decides the only way to manage this crisis is a total cover-up. She takes Eskarina on as an apprentice, planning to suppress the boyish wizard magic by filling the girl's head entirely with traditional witchcraft. The core of this training is what Granny calls headology. It relies heavily on psychology. You don't need to cast a real spell if you can convince a patient that colored water and mumbled words will cure their illness. Eskarina hates it. She spends her days memorizing the properties of fungi and doing the laundry. Her innate magical biology craves high-energy, explosive wizardry, not quiet botanical memorization. Attempting to force an active, mathematical wizard's power into a passive, organic witchcraft mold acts like compressing a heavy steel spring. The harder you push it down, the more violent the eventual release will be. To appease Esk's demand for real magic, Granny teaches her a high-level witch technique called borrowing. This involves gently projecting your mind into the body of a forest animal, carefully riding shotgun with its consciousness. Esk targets a majestic eagle, but instead of coaxing the bird's mind, her latent wizard power brutally dominates it. She completely overwhelms the animal's consciousness, instantly launching her borrowed body into the stratosphere in a high-speed vertical dive. Because she used brute force instead of psychological finesse, Eskarina begins losing her grip on her human identity. Her human memories scatter in the wind. She is getting permanently trapped inside the eagle's mind, leaving her real body catatonic back in the cottage. Left with no other option, Granny Weatherwax is forced to wield the sentient wizard staff herself. She taps into its chaotic, raw power, using aggressive bolts of pure geometric energy to violently rip Esk's consciousness out of the bird and slam it back into her human body. Esk survives, but the dormant wizard magic inside her is now fully awake. Granny Weatherwax's rituals and herbs are no longer sufficient to keep it suppressed. The tension finally snaps in the kitchen. Esk confronts Granny, demanding to know if her destiny is to be a wizard. Stubborn to the bone, Granny refuses to break tradition, flatly denying the girl's true identity. That emotional denial acts as a trigger. Eskarina's raw, geometric magic releases itself entirely on its own, bypassing her conscious control completely. She points her finger and unleashes a massive ball of green fire. The blast hits the stone fireplace and instantly vaporizes the heavy iron grates, melting them down into a steaming red liquid puddle on the floor. The situation escalates back at her home. When her older brother mocks her and insists she can't do real spells, Esk effortlessly transfigures him into a small, furious pig. When an untrained wizard is left to navigate her power alone, she becomes an unstable hazard. Every emotional spike now carries the potential to melt or transfigure anything in her path. Granny Weatherwax finally surrenders her ideology. She realizes that maintaining the strict gender traditions of magic will ultimately destroy Eskarina and take the entire village down with her. She packs Esk's bags. There is only one place on the Discworld equipped to train this kind of raw energy, the all-male Unseen University. With great reluctance, Granny sits down to pen a formal introduction to the head wizard. The resulting letter is blocky and barely legible, but the message is clear. The first female wizard has officially arrived. And when destiny hands you a forbidden power, the only path forward is to shatter the oldest boys' club in the universe.